Are we live, Ron?
Check your phone.
We're not live yet.
Yeah.
But check your phone.
Brad, check your phone. Are we live?
Your phone should tell you. The iPhone knows all.
We're not live yet.
You are live.
I think you broke it.
Oh, there's an alert. Are we live?
Nope.
There's
I don't know,
There's
but
definitely a pulse.
I think
It's
I just got
alive.
banned again.
Oh, we're live. Hey, look
We're,
at that.
we're live.
So people might notice that this is a slightly different angle.
Why?
Than we usually do the show, because
Ron's over here.
Brad apparently decided to go off the rails and just remove half of the ceiling.
Almost all of the ceiling.
Yeah, it's half. It's
Well,
like
half
50%.
the room has no ceiling.
Yeah, so
I get bored.
yeah, we're making some changes. It'll be interesting. Hopefully, a good kind of interesting. Yeah, we've got Ron over here on the very end. He's
My
sitting in
name's
a
Ron.
weird spot today.
I am.
Yeah, Ron does our training. He does our online stuff, Facebook, whatnot. We've got Brad. Brad does our Cerakote, some of the holster work. He also does all of our Instagrams.
This is my water.
You stole my water.
Yeah. The thing about Brad is, if you leave water laying out, he will drink it.
Yeah.
I don't like wasting stuff.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've already had 75% of it. He will drink it.
I'm a diehard conservative.
Yeah.
Debatable.
I'm Nick. I also do some Kydex with Brad and with Joe, who is not here as always.
Hey, Nick.
Nick.
Nick. Who's...
I'm getting there. I'm
What?
going down the list. Come on.
Nobody cares about you. Who's
Left to
that?
right. I do the gunsmithing. A lot of you have probably talked to me. Nobody cares.
Let me
This
check.
is Shawn.
Yep.
Yes!
This is Shawn Weed. Mr. Weed. So, Mr. Weed here owns Livefire Armory. He's joining us for the first time tonight.
Livefire Armory's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty okay.
Yeah, describe Livefire Armory to us. What do you do over there?
So Livefire Armory is mostly a custom AR shop. It's under new ownership now. Me.
Your ownership? Yeah.
Excellent.
Used to be owned by a different guy. Now it's me. So I'm changing it from just an AR shop to offer a little bit more.
So you're saying it used to be owned by a different guy,
Different guy.
but now it's owned by this guy.
Now it's owned by this guy.
Okay.
Different guy, but this guy.
So we have a problem. Okay, so
Yeah.
we have on Facebook we have 21,500 followers for Redleg Tactical, and there's only like 4 watching right now. 3 of those are in this room. Yes. No. Wait.
It always picks up.
Wait. I'm joking. Of
Yeah,
course.
we're like an
The
hour
whole
and a
reason
half
I'm
in.
saying that is because Shawn, where is Livefire Armory located?
So Livefire Armory is located on Barnes and Mark Shuffle. It's a little bit out east from what a lot of people normally go, but it's a nice open and growing area, so we're going to hang out there. Yeah, Barnes goes past Powers, in case you guys didn't know that. It does. A lot of people don't know that.
Now that's in Colorado Springs.
Yes, in
right?
Colorado Springs.
Colorado
yeah.
Springs, Colorado.
Sure
Where's
is.
that?
In Colorado.
It's on like the east side of the mountains, not quite in the middle of the state,
Yeah.
but over a little bit, and then also not quite in the middle of the state.
Northern
Vertically?
Hemisphere.
So it's like SoCo? Or would that be
Almost.
Pueblo?
I wouldn't say we're,
So
whatever.
while they argue about that, I'm still going to shamelessly plug.
Please.
So
Yeah.
I also.
Well, that's why you're here.
We market our online and our retail shop differently. So our online presence is Icarus Defense. So we have the website icarusdefense.com. We sell just accessories, no firearms there because social media and such.
And you definitely don't sell any Kydex, right?
No, we don't compete with Redleg Tactical
Not at all.
in the Kydex or stippling business or anything
Yeah.
like that. So
Yeah, we don't offer any similar
but mostly
services.
just AR accessories on there, pistol accessories, stuff like that. We don't get into the Fud-tastical 30-inch shotguns or anything. So
Here's my call sign.
it's not
Because if you
it's
did
not really
do
what
that
we
stuff,
do. But we also have the YouTube channel too, Icarus Defense. So
And
you
buddy,
can check out there.
hey, that YouTube channel is freaking awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. I try to make it fun, not so boring like a lot of these gun channels can be. So
Yeah, I try to share your videos when I see them pop up.
Very nice guys here.
you're definitely growing. Like when I watch your videos from a couple weeks ago versus your videos today, like every video gets better.
I try to improve.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, which
I
is
try to make it the
which is
best
pretty cool.
experience.
Like we can actively watch you grow and improve your channel.
I mean,
and-
I'm not a cinematographer, but I like to
Yeah.
pretend I am sometimes. So
No, you do a great job. Seriously,
Yeah, thank you.
The Gen 5 upgrades was amazing. It really was. I really enjoyed that video.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you also shoot more than. Well, I don't know. You and Ron might be kind of even.
Yeah, we
Yes,
might
you
be.
are.
I try to get out and shoot as much as possible now that I'm in this realm and not a mechanic anymore.
It's
So
what, every Tuesday do you go shooting?
about every Tuesday I'm shooting. Yeah, every now and again I'll take a week off, but at least every Tuesday, sometimes Saturday or
Man,
Sunday evening.
I want to try to join you, but of course Tuesday is the day we come back from our
I know.
weekends.
One of these
so-
days I'll get an employee and we'll
Yeah.
be able to go.
Hey, so question. Obviously, I tried to get you to come out for IDPA this past match. Do you think you'll be able to come out this match?
I don't know, man.
Ron and his IDPA.
I
Hey,
really,
Nick, have you ever been?
I really want to compete.
Not to IDPA, no.
I really want to compete just so
PG.
just
PG
so I can,
Ron.
Sorry, Sean. Go
oh,
ahead.
you're good. I just want to go compete just so I can put Ron in his place about his ID.
Oh, I hope so. Please, I really do. Actually, we've got Jamie with us today, and God bless, man. You got hosed up a couple times this past match, man. You really did. But no, it's a good time. I really enjoy it. Like our squad, we stack the cards in our favor. We have a good squad with lots of really good guys, and man, it's always a good
No, I
time.
definitely want to get out there and start competing. It's something I don't do. So
I fully expect Jamie to show up with his 1911 and just destroy Ron one
Oh,
of these
he-
weekends.
You know,
It could happen.
the funny thing is, the last time that we had him out, Jamie, on shooting the 1911, holy good God Almighty, that impressed the heck out of me. It
Well,
was
not
really
only
impressive.
was it a 1911, it was a Kimber,
I know.
right?
I know.
Yeah,
It
and
was-
it
it
ran
was-
flawlessly. It was fantastic.
who worked on it? Who did some custom work to it though?
No,
no, just Kimber, huh?
Yeah.
You got the lemon, meaning like the opposite of lemon. You
The
got
negative
one
lemon?
good one. Yeah, the
Well, I think
negative
that's
lemon.
called unicorn. Right? No, it was so impressive. IDPA is always fun. I really hope to get you guys out there and just have fun. Meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
So we've
Yeah.
introduced everybody. We've talked a little bit about.
You didn't say
know-
my name.
Yeah, I did. Ron or Brad.
Brad.
See?
Brad.
Yeah. I did,
Oh.
Brad. So lead times. Let's talk about lead times.
What's a
we
lead time?
always talk about lead times at the very beginning of the video,
Okay.
after we've introduced everybody and had our little jokes and
Sure.
we'll get down to business now.
Business!
So lead times, Kydex. We're down from 3-ish weeks to 2 to 3 weeks.
Wait, what?
To 7 months.
No, we're down to 2 to 3 weeks, so 14 to 21 days.
Okay.
And here, pretty soon, the very near future, I know we've talked about this every week, in the very near future, we're going to be down to 2 weeks as a rough maximum.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, so if a guy comes in today and you're going to tell him not an in-between, but just an approximation, what are you telling him?
Well, if he came in today, we're closed.
Okay, we're closed right now.
I'd be like, hey man, we're closed, sorry, please leave.
So how about Tuesday?
Okay, if he came in on Tuesday, I'd be like, about 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, come on, give me the, like
That's what I just...
18 days? 17 days?
No,
It's going to be
here's
done
the
within
problem.
2 to 3 weeks.
Here's the problem. If I tell him 16 days, he'll come back in exactly 16 days and want to know where his holster is. If I tell
unless
him
he's a
approximately 16
Marine,
days,
in which case he can't count. He's going to come back tomorrow.
well,
Are
yeah.
you just assuming that all of our customers can't count?
Okay, well, the Marines.
Oh, okay.
So,
Joke, it's a joke.
so yeah, obvious, yeah. So, like 2 to 3 weeks here, pretty shortly. That'll be down to like 2 weeks max. Yeah, it's definitely something we're working on.
We have
Poor
water
Jamie.
supply.
Apparently, poor Jamie is the water boy, and that was open.
And that was on Facebook Live, folks.
Thank God for
Oh.
waterproof phones. So,
I love it.
so yeah.
So wait times.
Hopefully that'll be about 2 weeks max here soon.
This is why we can't tell people longer, because stuff like this happens
Yeah.
all the time.
It's so wonderful.
Apparently, I have like some grime under my watch or something.
This probably Kydex does.
Probably, yeah. Cerakote. Cerakote. We're
Cerakote is a ceramic-based coating.
yeah. But we are about 10 days for a solid color, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long for a camo pattern?
Well, any pattern will still be 4
Oh.
weeks.
4
Okay.
weeks.
All right. So we're about 4 weeks for a pattern. Thanks, Jamie.
Jamie's
good guy.
the MVP.
Jamie's
That's
amazing.
right. You to MVP.
You missed a spot.
Next time, just
You
pour
missed a
it on
spot.
It'll be great.
I said hold it between your thighs.
Oh god. No.
So, Labor Day. Labor Day is on Monday, correct?
Monday.
Yeah.
It's
So,
a holiday.
Are we going to be open for Labor Day?
No, because we're never open on Mondays.
See, that's the thing about being that sucks about being closed on Mondays, is that like Labor Day, Memorial Day, all that stuff. You know, they're all scheduled for Mondays, and we get them off anyway. So we don't really get an
So are we
extra
gonna
day
take
off.
Tuesday?
Unless you're Livefire Armory and you're closed on.
Nope. Well, we're closed on Tuesday, but we will be open on Labor Day.
What?
I don't close for holidays,
Dang.
Yeah?
other than Thanksgiving
That's how
and Christmas
dedicated
right
you
now.
are,
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so dedicated.
So, Ron, you went to a thing today. I'm hoping to go tomorrow.
I did.
What was it?
So every for the past 6 years, Colorado Springs has hosted the Labor Day Liftoff. It's a hot air balloon festival. It's really quite impressive. The only second best hot balloon festival in the United States is in Albuquerque, in New Mexico. And so, yeah, if you haven't been to that, dude, you're really gonna be surprised tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I actually have never been. Yeah, I've been here about almost exactly 2 years. And in the 2 years that I've been here, I have basically just been working.
Okay, so
Always.
tomorrow,
So-
here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
So the hot air
Shut up,
balloons
Ed.
fly in the morning, okay? So you have to get up early,
Right, yeah. That's
which
the
you
plan.
can't do.
Eh.
But apparently you
See,
can tomorrow?
No, early is like
you seem to
before
think
the
that.
sun.
You seem to think that, but I'm always the first one here, so I'm not sure.
Always the first one here.
They're like, oh yeah, 5% of the time. Nick's not the
60%
first one
of the
here.
No.
I'm
Seriously,
here
seriously,
every
you have to get there. If I'm judging, like the first balloon lifts off around 6:45.
Yeah.
So, and that's like the lead balloon, right? So you want to get there around 6:30 if you want to watch them all lift off, and they try to hit the lake in Prospect Lake. Now tomorrow night is the glow.
That's
So-
really cool.
Oh, it's so cool. So all the guys set up, and just after sunset, they all light up their cans, and it's the only thing better is seeing a red hot suppressor. You know, I mean,
Yeah, you can sit up on that knoll right there
Wait.
and just watch all of them.
So would you say it's better to
JFK will drive by.
be there?
you're gonna go there.
So would you say that it's better to be there in the morning to watch them lift off, or in the evening?
Okay, so
Because I mean, I'm not going to spend like 14 hours.
listen. No, here's what you do.
In a car.
And I know your partner Tyler would just love this.
Yes,
But take Tyler.
my
to
partner.
Your
I'm very progressive.
sorry.
My partner Tyler. Anyway.
Take Tyler in the morning, go eat lunch, take a nap, and go back around 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
and you get 2 for 1, and it's free.
I'm just gonna sit at home and sniff glue. So
Yeah. What about eating the glue though?
What kind of glue?
if it's Elmer's, yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
down.
Mhm. Get a Elmer's glue and cran salad going.
So how old were you when you noticed that Elmer, like on the bottle of the glue, is a cow? And like why?
Since
Why
like-
it is a cow?
Since like forever. I don't know why it's a cow.
Wait, do you really not?
33 years old. I'd never noticed that.
No, like I knew it was a cow like since I was a wee
Yeah,
youngin, but
but, like,
I don't know
why?
why there's a cow on it other than I don't know is I mean
Ron.
milk is white, but
Do you know why?
Is it a milk product?
Do you know why there's a cow on the Elmer's glue
They
bottle?
use
I have
cow's
no
hooves
clue.
to make it.
Yes.
Oh shit, that was a guess.
Really?
Oh yeah, no. Well, no.
Great
it's,
job.
It's
Great
made out
job.
of it's made out of hooves. So,
so when I eat it, it's natural, it's gluten free.
yeah,
No GMO.
yeah. I'm actually kind of amazed. All three of you guys.
Nah,
All
I
right.
didn't know that.
All right. Yeah. You know where gelatin comes from, right?
I do.
Huh?
Also hooves.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bone marrow.
what about like Jell-O? like my Jello.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Jello got the name from gelatin.
Hey, so
Which
so,
also comes
so
from
Nick,
hops.
Nick, you wouldn't ate with Savage.
That's not interesting. This is interesting
Okay, hurry up.
to me. So,
So interesting.
yeah. You know, I had this thing in here that I was going to talk about, but I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that because we
God.
already talked about Elmer's glue, and I think
Excellent.
that's more entertaining than what I was already going to talk
See, wait,
about.
okay, so seriously, come on.
Yeah, I'm moving on, Rob.
Sometime
Patience.
today.
If you stop interrupting
We're only
me, I'll
15
move on
minutes into this
faster.
video. We got another 45 minutes.
So, Shawn,
Oh my God.
you
Yep.
purchased a new firearm today.
I did.
Show us. Tell
So-
us. Explain. Explain
Well,
yourself.
I had these guys here make me apparently Hurricanes or Florida Gators. I don't know. Whoever does the green and orange.
It was
The most random
Let's be
crap
honest.
you
This
got
is
laying
this was all red for once. It was all red.
So I did buy a Security 9 today.
Who makes that?
So this is a Ruger product, which I'm not normally a fan of Ruger semi-auto anything other than maybe like the 1022 because who's not? But
Right.
But the point is why I bought this is because the internet lies.
No, it doesn't.
Cheap guns and cheap products are not as good generally as you know things that you pay more money for. So I did a rant video on my channel basically about stop saying that justifying your cheap purchase with it's just for home defense because there are cheaper alternatives that aren't pieces of crap. So basically I'm going to run this thing as hard as I can through courses and try to get it to about 10,000 rounds in as short of time as possible and see how it holds up to see if spending a little bit more from a reputable manufacturer is worth it.
Now, Shawn, question. You've got a course coming up, a low light course?
Yeah, we partner with Osprey Shooting Solutions. Edgar Mills runs that, and September 15th we have a low light pistol course. It's just a 4-hour course where we put you in the dark and see your tactics fall out the window.
Man.
Because the dark is much different than standing statically on a range and saying I can shoot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you guys adopted the light, but I was born in it.
Yeah, but really it's going to be a good course. Going over tactics with weapon mounted lights or handheld, whatever you bring. Kind of the pros and cons to each, and just a lot of people are like, yeah, I can defend my home, and I know my home, it's dark, but using a light is definitely different than shooting in the day.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I wish I could come out and take it. I would love to. Unfortunately, that's the same weekend as the bullpup shoot in Illinois.
Oh,
and I'm going to be way out there
That's right.
doing that stuff, shooting machine guns and bullpups and stuff.
Yeah, that's fun too.
Yeah, I mean, it is fun. Low light stuff, though. I mean, low light, it really is. Like, it's a new challenge unless you're used to it, unless you've done it before, unless you're used to it.
Even if you've done it before, you
Yeah.
It's definitely a perishable skill.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. I haven't done, like, I used to do a lot of low light shooting where I lived before because the sun set it, or would set, a lot earlier.
It set it.
It setted. The sun would set a lot earlier.
So that was Anchorage, right?
Set it, yeah.
Almost, So I had a lot of darkness. And
Darkness.
yeah, I'd go out there and I'd shoot like 9 months out of the year in the dark. And I got pretty good at it. Unfortunately, since I've been here, which has been about 2 years, I have not done any low light shooting. And like you guys mentioned, it is a perishable skill. And it's like 70, 80% of defensive shootings take place in a low light scenario.
Now,
So, I mean,
statistics, obviously vary. They're variable, but still, just having that skill is so
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, but like the odds are, you are more likely to have to use a firearm to defend yourself in the dark or
What
in
if I-
a low light situation, right? I mean, like if you look at it just from
Merely
pure
statistics.
statistics.
Merely
Yes.
statistics.
However, we all shoot in well lit environments. We rarely get an opportunity to shoot in low light or no light.
Right.
So yeah, this is an excellent opportunity. If you've never done it before, you haven't done it in a while, even if you have and you just need to practice that skill, this is a big thing.
So Shawn, I'm pretty sure that you guys are almost at capacity right now, but how would somebody look into taking that course?
Well, you can go on Osprey Shooting Solutions website, which is ospreyshootingsolutions.com, or you can just stop by Livefire, call me up, and we'll get you set up. I think there are a few slots left. Other than that, it's pretty full, but I think there are a couple slots left. So yeah, if you're not going to the Manicore Arms bullpup shoot, if you're not luxurious enough to go there, definitely check out the Little Whiteboards.
Yeah, so I know we shared that on the Facebook page. So if for some reason you can't do that stuff, it is on our Facebook page. And I believe you sent me the image.
I did.
And I totally forgot to print it out and put it on our countertop out here so people can see it.
Slacker.
So I know I'm the worst. So yeah, that'll also be on our countertop out front. So if you swing in or whatever, all that information will be there for you to see. You also added something into the notes here about low quality parts.
Yeah, basically, well, like I was saying earlier, I threw a fit about terrible something that rhymes with hit parts.
Yeah. We
know.
do try to keep it PG.
Yeah, I just wish all things aren't made the same. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of, and the reason why I bought the Security 9 is to kind of prove that hopefully prove that spending $50, $100 more on a reputable manufacturer is worth it, because everyone knows people like Anderson and I'll just say a Taurus, they have iffy reputation. You could get a good one, you could get a bad one, but there are companies that keep their quality control a little bit tighter, and I wish
on a budget.
Yeah,
right.
On a budget, and I just wish people would kind of realize that and not argue the fact that basic economics plays into the quality control of firearms, because quality control is the biggest issue I see in the firearms industry when it comes to lower quality stuff.
Yep.
Those companies tend to just keep it really loose and don't check everything, either batch test it in giant batches of hundreds to thousands of units, call it good. While other companies don't, and that's where the little bit of extra money comes in. So, like this gun doesn't have anything fancy. It's blued, no nitriding or any newer process. Like it's older technology, and we'll see how it does. But I think Ruger's quality control is good enough that it should survive pretty well.
And as someone who has worked in the manufacturing world, I can certainly say, like, a higher end product, you're going to get more consistent quality control. You're going to get higher quality products, or materials. You're going to get a higher rate of loss or of essentially failed products that didn't pass quality control because you have tighter standards versus a cheaper product. Unfortunately, I've also worked for companies who manufactured lower quality products, and that's quality control is where a lot of that comes into play. The material might be very similar. It might come from a lot of the same places, but if the quality control isn't there to fail products that are slightly out of spec, then the company can save money. They can throw more stuff out there. They can pass off more. Thanks for locking my phone. Whereas if you are paying more for a product, you're also a lot of times paying for higher quality materials and higher quality control.
Yeah.
They're charging you an extra $100 because 1 in 20 or 1 in 15 of those products got turned away because it didn't meet their standards.
Instead of 1 in 100 that you look at it and it
Right.
doesn't even go together.
Right, and it might be the difference between, like you said, like them checking 1 in 100,
Yeah,
or them checking every single one.
What loose tolerances equates to is if it's just outside of those specs and they pass it and they say okay good, within a couple hundred rounds of firing that gun, all of a sudden it's not good because things wear together and stuff like that. So it may be good out of the box and you get slightly into it.
And there's a huge variable too. How many people go out, buy a gun, and even put 100 rounds through it? More often than not, it's more or less a lucky rabbit's foot where I just shoot maybe a box of ammunition and never touch it again.
Yeah, call it good. Yeah, and that's what you see a lot when people are defending some of the lower quality products. Again, they're out there like they work. There are ones that work because they were within spec and they got lucky, but most of the stuff's not checked properly. So And that's always been my big complaint with the firearm industry. A lot of the materials and processes, they're all the same. It comes down to quality control and where you're saving your money.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's not just firearms. That's components too. I mean,
Absolutely.
Components, ammunition.
Definitely.
Ammunition's a huge thing because the tighter the quality control, the more consistent that ammunition's going to
Yeah.
be.
Oh yeah.
Holsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What holsters? What? I mean, who makes holsters?
You pay $35 for a holster, and the retention on it is so bad that it drops out when you turn it upside down.
Right, but you pay $39.99 for a holster, and that retention might be excellent. And Redleg Tactical can do that for you. Definitely not Icarus. Icarus definitely doesn't do Kydex.
Oh come on.
F those
No.
guys.
Sean also does some Kydex stuff, and his stuff, from what I have seen, is pretty solid.
I mean, I think it's pretty good, or I wouldn't sell it.
Right, obviously.
Everyone
Yeah.
doesn't agree with me, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll probably get comments about how they don't agree with us on quality control.
And that's
stuff
okay.
Like
Oh,
that.
yeah, I'm
That's
sure.
okay.
This is towards
It's America,
stuff.
man. I'm not hating on you because
Yeah.
you want to shoot Andersons. I just won't do it for myself or my family.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like I have built many rifles on Anderson lowers or Anderson uppers, and I've not seen issues with them.
But then you'll get one where the buffer detent's drilled in the wrong position, beats the hell out of the
Right.
buffer, and it throws metal shavings in your action.
Exactly, yeah, and so when you buy a higher quality, like I know you hate them, but like an Era Precision lower,
Yeah, I don't
or
hate Era.
or a BCM lower, or something like that, and you spend that extra 10,
No, I
20
sell
bucks,
Era.
whatever, you are getting that assurance that the lower is for sure going to be, you know.
And typically your
Kinda
customer
work.
service is a lot better because they
Yeah.
they know they put that money into it to kind of eat up replacing those parts if they did make it through their processes and they have no issue.
Right.
Unlike sending a gun in and getting it back maybe 8 months later because they
Right.
tacked it up.
I was actually going to say, like Anderson will probably replace that lower. Like we've got a
Maybe.
regular customer who
Well, they will.
has had to send in his Anderson barrel and have it replaced because he had an upper built and he had to put his rear sight all the way off to the left
Yeah.
and could barely get paper on the or get a round on paper. He sent it back and they did replace it, but it took a while and.
Making
It's kind of an
barrels,
inconvenience, and it was a pain.
making barrels concentric is not important at all.
Oh no, not at all.
PSAs is
Making barrels is like 20 to 15% black magic.
yeah, pretty much.
You're like
That's exactly
like
how
if
it's
you
done.
go into a good barrel shop, you'll see all of their equipment. You'll see where they do their quality control. What they won't show you is that room in the back where they sacrifice goats to the Dark Lord of barrel making.
Yeah, pretty much.
So wait, is that what you did?
They also don't show you the bin of the barrels that they have thrown away.
Oh
They don't-
god, yeah, because they
Yeah.
don't meet spec or
Yeah.
anything
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. The Keebler elves didn't do their magic on it. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I went to a barrel manufacturer and it was within that tree. After they're done baking cookies for the day, they then go make barrels.
Oh, I love cookies.
Yeah, I mean, like just like everything else, you get what you pay for. Obviously, the difference between like a $500 AR and a $1,500 AR is going to be massive.
Yeah.
The difference between a $1,500 AR and a $3,000 AR won't be as massive. So you do run into diminishing returns, but there definitely is that gap in there.
I
And
will
that's
say
where
that
research and
Yep.
experience.
And I will
you
say
know.
I don't spend any more than $1,500 on my ARs before optics, of course. Just
Yeah.
because those diminishing returns they're not what fit my needs. I don't need a billet that looks like a some skull or whatever.
Right.
Like
But what about
so-
the one with the Spartan helmet?
the Spartan helmet? I mean,
Obviously,
if that's your
you gotta
thing
have
and you
it.
want to spend
You
that
gotta
money,
have it.
cool. But
Yeah.
that doesn't improve your experience
Yeah,
at all.
well, it
other
doesn't
than-
make you a better shooter.
No.
Yeah.
Now, on the other
nothing
hand,
makes you a
Unless
better
it's
shooter.
Cerakoted, then
But
it
it
is.
it might
Obviously,
not
yeah.
fail on you when you need it if you spend $1,200 versus $500 on an AR.
Yeah.
I've seen some cast upper receivers lately. I don't know who's making those, but cast aluminum.
Oh my gosh.
Upper
Wow.
receivers, yeah.
Huh.
I don't know where those are coming out of, but
That's interesting.
I'm
yeah.
gonna guess China.
could be. I don't know where they came from, but
I mean, we say China, but I would
Itar.
not at all be shocked to to see cast uppers coming out of somebody in the U.S.
Okay, well there is
There's
high
like
point,
recording
but
laws and stuff on that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, but
I mean,
jeez.
but we like to pretend like obviously if it's made in America, it's better.
It is.
But you've got to remember, there are a lot of American
No,
business
no, no,
people
no,
there
no,
who
no.
don't,
There's
who
a
don't
lot of
care.
stuff, man.
hates customers. H&K. I mean, they're in Germany. I mean,
Yeah, but
they're
most
great.
of our good glass, right, comes from Japan or Germany.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
No, there's
Yeah.
no like.
All joking aside,
there's
yeah.
no one like I got American glass in the scope.
No.
Like no,
Oh, yeah,
it's
'cause
Japanese or
Leopold doesn't
German, right?
exist.
Like
Well,
same with a lot of surgical instruments.
That's very
Yeah,
true.
you know.
That's very true.
So just because it's made here doesn't necessarily mean it's the best, but.
No, and you're absolutely right.
Can you guys just
So-
go back
so-
to the motherland?
So wait. We've definitely
The
discussed.
Eastern Bloc is really good at producing high quality stuff.
all I'm saying,
No, time out. Hey,
it
listen,
works. I mean,
Listen,
you know,
listen.
listen.
We have a lot of folks, obviously, that probably have no freaking clue the language we just spoke. Okay, we're probably way more knowledgeable in those cases, and these guys aren't. So, you know what? They can probably come to Livefire Armory or Redleg Tactical, and we can help them in their endeavor to get
Yeah.
exactly what suits their needs.
Yep.
Or you can message us on
Very
Facebook.
true.
You can
Yeah.
send us emails. Please don't call us.
Your holster's not done. Don't call.
No, I mean, you hate phone calls, right?
You know,
I'm gonna be honest. I would rather talk to somebody over email
The only
or
reason
Facebook.
I don't like phone calls as much as email or some sort of electronic messaging is because typically I'm working on a customer's stuff and
Right.
a phone call pulls me away from working on that stuff,
Right.
so then my times go up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all day about Japanese or German glass and Anderson versus BCMs. And
You heard it here.
Whatever
Call
you
him.
wanna hear.
Call him and talk to him
Every
all day
Poverty ponies
about
versus
Japanese
almost
and
poverty
German.
ponies.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
mean.
So why do you
I love
prefer the Axis powers?
No, all I'm saying is that, some of the highest quality manufacturing I've ever seen comes out of the Eastern Bloc.
Right.
Divide.
Maybe some of those Made in USA stickers over the sticker that says Made in China. There was actually recently, apparently the boots that the Army was getting for
I saw that.
years were being made in China. That's
saw
an
that.
interesting article. That guy's serving federal prison time.
It
That's
totally
right.
makes sense why I had so many blisters.
Oh, dude, my boots were terrible. I
So
never
many.
used the issue.
All
boots,
the
man.
blisters.
Never.
Well, you
Never.
guys saw the thing about the Ear Pro too, right?
I did not.
No.
So the company that was 3M or whatever was manufacturing the little
Yeah.
earplugs that you would flip
Yeah,
around.
oh yeah.
Apparently, they were aware that they didn't reduce sound to the level that they claimed they
That's
would.
why my tinnitus is so bad, let
Right.
alone that when I get into a
Right,
firefight,
so
I don't have
there's,
time to put ear pro in.
There's currently a lawsuit going.
What's your
Yeah,
pro?
that's cool. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. My left ear's
Hey,
really
read
bad,
that.
so.
Read that for me.
But, no, well, I mean, the same with, that's just manufacturing in general, right? Like,
Yeah.
they want to rip off the government, so, a lot of our helmets were made in prisons and didn't meet specifications, so.
Hey, so Shawn, Livefire Armory's phone number is 719-358-8405?
It is, yeah, so, if you want to do what these guys say and call me and
Yeah.
stop people's stuff
Every
from being
20
worked on,
minutes.
like, every 40 minutes.
All
That's cool.
the voicemail.
I'll be the nicest guy. I'll talk to you, but it's just gonna suck for a lot of people who don't get their work completed on time.
So Ron,
Yes.
usually you're all like clean shaven, baby face.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
What's going on?
So about 18 months ago, I had a full beard and whatnot, and I decided I'd shave and try to be, more youthful. And so this week, I've let it grow out a little bit and decided I didn't want to shave it all. I wanted to revert to what I had 18 months ago.
But I want you to do the Joe Dierte.
The who?
The Joe Dierte.
So you gotta have sideburns.
Yeah, the sideburns where it doesn't connect to the goatee
Okay, well,
part.
so here's my problem. I can get it connected just fine. It's like right in here that doesn't. So I look completely Amish.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So
Do it.
This is
so
not
what
a
you're
problem
saying
for
is
us.
you want me to go down to McDonald's, get you a Whab burger and some French fries? Because you can't grow a full beard?
So the problem
I
here,
can. It just takes a long time.
we have a lot of customers that come in and they're like, "Yeah, I talked to the bearded guy," and we're like, "Yeah, we've all got beards except Ron."
It's like,
Well,
oh,
and
the
they're
large
like,
bearded guy.
yeah, the larger bearded guy. Okay,
Well,
that narrows it down to 3 of us.
You have that
So-
you have that nice lady who greeted me that one time. I can't remember her name.
She doesn't
Right.
have a beard, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
So we have a woman.
No offense if you are a woman that have a beard.
We have Ron, and we
Not
have
a
3
woman.
fat guys with beards. So
And then there's Ro.
yeah,
There's a woman.
And
So-
Cecilia.
I said
okay.
that.
Oh.
Yeah, but Cecilia,
Yeah,
she's
sure,
not here
sure.
very often anymore.
But yeah, you're right. So I'm growing it
Yeah.
out a little bit. I'm probably going
So
to shave
I-
it tomorrow. But you
No,
know.
I do support you growing it out. However, I'm just going to say it is
I
going to
support
add
everyone
further to the
growing
confusion because they're going to come in and they're going to be like, yeah, I talked to the guy with the facial hair. And we'll be like, okay, was he fat or not fat? And a lot of customers are like too polite. So they'll be like,
He's a big dude.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, like usually where I go from there is, was it me? You know? Okay. So fat guy with a beard. Was he this tall or this tall? If they're like, he was like this tall, and I'm like, okay, Joe. If they're like, he was like this tall, and I'm like, okay, Brad. Fat guy with a beard, not me. That narrows it down.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, boss.
But, yeah, you growing your beard out will add to the confusion. For the more polite customers who don't want to admit it was a fat guy with a beard, they'll be like, no, he wasn't fat. He
Just
was
put one of those
you know."
like those colorful spinny hats on him, so he looked even more like a 4-year-old.
But okay, so here's the funny thing. So 9 times out of 10, I'm wearing a hat that says Ron on it. You can't miss
No, man, you
my
gotta
name.
change that to Caleb.
And so they're like, was it Ron? And they're like,
See, a lot of people like out there are like me though.
they can't
And-
read.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean like you could literally be flashing it with like lights and stuff. And I would be like the guy with the lights on his hat. I wouldn't be like the guy with the Ron name tag.
Epilepsy sucks, doesn't it, man? Those seizures, God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Nick.
That happens.
It's not something to joke about.
Well, okay, sorry.
That is a serious issue, Ron.
Okay, sorry.
This is just like the thing we talked about earlier.
We can't laugh
sorry.
at ourselves.
The jokes.
God.
Sorry. Moving on.
I mean that was all I had.
Really? That's it?
My
You
next
got- you
note,
got-
so.
no, you
That
got
was
it.
So Shawn, seriously, LifefireArmory.com.
Yep. Well, no, that website it's all screwy from previous owners and
Okay.
stuff. If you want our
Not you.
online presence, it's IcarusDefense.com. Otherwise, if you want to come into our store, bug me, which is
Awesome.
I'm totally cool with. If you want to yell at me for dissing on Taurus and Anderson, that's cool too.
Do it.
So go to Livefire Armory
Yeah.
off of Barnes and Mark Shuffle. You can Google that and it'll give you directions there. And other than that, yeah, search our YouTube channel because that's pretty interesting.
And we'll
Icarus
share
Defense
that
on
after this.
YouTube.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else really. So
We think, Nick.
Osprey
I'm
Shooting
good.
Solutions though.
Osprey.
Check out,
Osprey, yeah,
Osprey
yeah.
Shooting Solutions. Definitely check out that low light course.
OSS. Yeah.
We're
Definitely.
gonna be doing a lot more courses. We got some dynamic rifle courses and other sorts.
You know,
of stuff, so.
one of the things I love about Edgar is that he's like this big, mean-looking, like tatted up,
Yeah.
hardcore-looking
Yeah.
guy. The first time I met him, I pulled up, parked next to a smart car. I looked over. I was like, "Huh, big dude, small car." I got out, walked inside, and then like not even 30 seconds later, big dude, small
Yeah.
car follows me in,
Yeah.
and then I sit down at a table, and then I think you came in a little bit later,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he came in, and I was like, "Huh,
Yep.
yeah." Massive guy, like looks mean.
Yeah,
He's
drives-
got all the
drives a
tattoos.
smart car,
Drives
yeah.
a smart car. Yeah, it's awesome.
But he'll still
I love
outshoot
it.
you from that.
Oh
smart
yeah.
car.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he'll probably outdrive
Yeah,
and
he's-
outmaneuver and
He
yeah.
outshoots me, no question. So.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to almost outshoot myself tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe the next
Have
one.
you fired that thing yet?
No, I
You should
just
you
just
bought
got
this
it?
like a couple hours ago.
Despot.
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 Oh, Despot.
Get those 355-inch skylights, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's what we need.
Long
More light and air in
silence.
here.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, so,
I was trying to think of something witty and I couldn't.
Yeah.
well, beyond
I
that,
do
you
it
know, of
all
course,
the time. It's okay.
Edgar Mills, Osprey, amazing instruction. If you want something a little lower speed, I'm Captain Low Speed. Come out, we'll get you squared away. We'll have to be
Captain
good.
Low Speed, yeah.
Almost, yeah, definitely.
Still a better
Oh.
instructor than I am. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey, wait! Congratulations, by the way.
Why I don't do
Thank
that.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
fully certified now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Certified in what?
Basket weaving, underwater basket.
Nice.
BB stacking as well.
Yes, underwater BB stacking. We love Judson. Amen.
Yes.
And well, Brad, you're amazing, Joe. Hey, come on.
Did you just call me Joe?
I was about to,
Get out,
I was going to
leave.
say Judson is amazing, but not as much as you are, Brad. But it came out wrong. Sorry.
It sounded like you said Joe.
Well, Joe's just a big piece of love.
He's called everyone the wrong name tonight 4 times, so.
I'm going to try.
really hurt
Bill.
right now.
But you know what, guys? You know what? I feel good about this video. I feel good about it.
It's time
I
to
think
end
we
it.
did well.
It's definitely time to end it.
No, it's only 40 minutes, Ron.
No, it's definitely
We have
time-
another hour and a half.
Okay,
Is it
hey.
really 40 minutes?
Pike
Oh,
speaker
definitely.
bust.
Oh, God.
Nelson.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Yeah, hey, Jamie,
So-
thank you for being here.
The next live video, we will be driving up Pikes Peak, chanting Pikes Peak or bust the whole way.
No, we won't.
In a smart car.
No, we
In a
won't.
smart car.
Goodbye,
Yes, we
everyone.
will.
We
Yeah.
love you.
Doing it.
Goodbye.